So it's Wednesday, April 17th. Just leaving Russell Field Shelter, headed to Spence Field Shelter in about 3 miles. Hopefully get some water there, and we'll see. There's a shelter at 9 miles from here, and also one at, I believe, 17. So we'll see. I might just take it easy and go to the 9. A lot of uphill today. So I'm listening to a college lecture, and the guy said time for water, and he was right. That's some good water there, folks. Loving it.
And I don't mean, 30 people sitting in the classroom, but is a population, a group of people that represent
Gotta love it. I'm sure my hair looks great today, but it's part of the journey. So that was nice. Got some water for breakfast, and was able to comb my hair, as you can tell, wash my face. Love it. So we made the cutoff to Spence Field Shelter. Looks like it's only 0.2 away, but looking at my map, it looks like it's downhill. So I'm just gonna find a spot and have some breakfast. Go find a nice shady place to sit. No sense wasting calories going downhill, in my opinion, especially when I got a lot to go uphill today. So not a bad view here. Probably one of the better views of the trail. Oh, there's a reservoir down there. I wonder if that's still Fontana. Yeah, it looks like it is. Beautiful day. Here's another view. Big town over there. I wonder if that's Gatlinburg. So we're on top of Rocky Top.
Rocky Top.
Rocky Top.
Tennessee.
Okay, and these guys were giving me a history of this place. Apparently it's a sacred place. I'm gonna have them introduce them one at a time. Go ahead, sir.
I'm Jim.
What are you here for, Jim?
Just doing a daily walk. We hike every week, so this is our hike today. Was from Cades Cove to Rocky Top.
Okay, and you're from?
Maryville, Tennessee.
Maryville, Tennessee. Good deal.
And I'm Bill, and I'm from Maryville, Tennessee too.
Excellent, excellent.
I'm Don Feather. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, which is why I talk much better than these two hillbillies beside me.
Now I can't even understand this guy. What's he saying? So
We just nod our head, yes.
now who's the historian here?
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill, let's hear the history here.
Well, is this the one that's got the guy's initials carved in the rock, or is it Thunderhead? One of them's got a guy's, we'll have to look for him here in a minute, but one of them has a guy's initials carved in it in around 1830, I think it was. But these balds up here is where the people down in the valley used to bring their cattle up in the summer to feed on the natural grass that was up here.
I see.
And they didn't have fences or anything, they just roamed wild up here in the mountains.
So this is just like how they must have taught the people in Wyoming how to do that, because that's what we do every year. Moving cattle.
A little higher in Wyoming.
Yeah, a little bit. It looks like plenty of feed here. But well, good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate interviewing you, and
Sure.
wish you the best on your hike.
Well, we wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
So I got talking to Jim, the guy that I just interviewed, and previous to this I did not have a ride to the airport from Gatlinburg, and Jim earlier had given me a bag of goodies here, and we got talking, and he said, shoot, I can give you a ride to the airport. So I'm gonna spend some time in Gatlinburg until Tuesday, and he's gonna go for a hike, and we're gonna hook up, and he's gonna take me to Knoxville. So very, very kind of him. Thank you, Jim. And told him my wife would be thrilled to know that. So anyhow, that's good news for me. Figured out how to get home. I never doubted it for a minute though. So we're gonna get a little history lesson here. Go for it. Where are we at?
History lesson from Uphill Bill. We're halfway between Thunderhead Mountain and Rocky Top.
Okay.
Back around, I think it was 1830, the decision was made to build a road across the crest of the Smokies, which is what we're on. Crest of the Smokies runs right along the state line of Tennessee and North Carolina. So behind you is North Carolina and Tennessee's this way. So a decision was made to build a road across the mountain. Now this roads back at that time weren't for wagons or cars for sure. It was just enough to kind of pull a sled on. So they started on the Tennessee side. A fellow named Isaac Anderson was in charge of building this road. Isaac was kind of famous around here because he founded the local Presbyterian church. He also founded Maryville College in 1819.
Wow.
So he led the crew to build this road across, and the labor came from Cherokee Indian labor. And when they were trying to decide the route to come across the mountain, there were two ridges coming up this way. One over this way, which is called Boat Mountain, and one that goes right over Thunderhead, which is called Defeat Ridge. So he left it to the Cherokees to decide which way to go, and they voted on it. Now, in the Cherokee language, there is no equivalent of the letter V. So the vote came out Boat. Hence the name of the mountain we came up, which is Boat Mountain. And the trail that they elected not to take, which is Defeat Ridge, was defeated in that vote in 1830.
I'll be dogged.
There's your history story.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So I ran into a father-son crew here. These guys are from Louisiana.
Yeah.
What part of Louisiana?
Homa, way down south.
Okay. And tell me how long you guys been coming up here as a father and son?
You were about 8 when we started doing this. I think
that's right.
Hiking in the park, and then for his high school graduation in 2012, we started doing sections on the trail.
Okay. And you're in Chicago now, going to school? What are you going to school? Where at?
I'm a graduate student in particle physics.
Wow. Wow. Excellent.
Yeah, so he
What
was
school?
at CERN last year.
I'm through the University of Rochester. Our experiments out in Illinois. So
Interesting. Interesting. Wonderful.
So he does a lot more hiking than I do. Last year he was at CERN. He got to do the Alps and the Urals.
Oh, wow.
So for 2 years we had to take a hiatus on this, and now we're back on the Appalachian Trail wrapping up this section.
Well, I've sure enjoyed talking to you. Tell us your names again.
I'm Jean-Paul, and
I'm Andrew.
John, Paul, and Andrew. Okay, I'm Prospector.
Prospector,
So
nice
it's
to meet you.
good to meet you both.
Take a look.
Have a great hike.
You too.
All right.
Enjoy. So we're making our way to the next shelter. Thought this was a pretty view. So just walking along the trail here. Life is good. Life is good. Just wanted to show this tree. It's so big that when it fell, it hit this other tree, knocked down this monster branch, and then snapped the top of the original tree off on top of that branch. So you can kind of see what happened from point A, boom, boom, all the way to point B. A lot of power there. I'd like to be there when that made that sound that it did. That's pretty massive trees, both of them. Right. So guess what we just found? What came to us is my filter. And who brought it to us?
Mo Shroom.
Mo Shroom, where are you from?
Springfield, Missouri.
Springfield, Missouri. He was, met him the other day, and I knew he was a fast hiker in town. I said, hey, some kids have my filter. Grab it from them and catch up. And it's taking you a few days. What's the problem? You're slacking?
Big hill.
Big hills? Okay. Well,
Big downhill.
I appreciate you packing that, brother.
Right on, brother.
Thank you so much. And then we got Hugs over here. He got mistaken for Prospector.
Yeah. Just
what did you just say? People were looking for?
They were looking for you this morning at the last shelter.
Probably
we were at. Yeah.
Probably because of this filter. So.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Hugs?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Good deal. All right, so we got a filter now. I don't know that we need it. The water's just pure up here, but we'll start using it, I guess.
Well, it's been a long day. My trail days are winding to a close. So, just staying in the tent tonight outside of the shelter. And then we got one more shelter tomorrow. And then we'll hike out of here and head to Gatlinburg and jump on a plane on the 25th of next week. So, it's been a fun ride. Thanks for coming along. Good night.